Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. Those are Churchill's words. This is the story behind them. The RAF defeated the Luftwaffe and prevented the German invasion of Britain. This is Battle of Britain. July-October 1940. Skies over southern England. A battle is about to begin that will change the course of the war. On one side, Royal Air Force, commanded by Air Chief Marshal Dowding. Against them, Luftwaffe, led by Reichsmarschall Göring. Both sides know what is at stake. To understand this battle, we need context. France had fallen. Britain stood alone. Hitler needed air superiority before he could invade. The only thing standing between him and victory was a few hundred young pilots. Royal Air Force had assembled a powerful force. 700 fighters, radar chain, observer corps. Luftwaffe was equally prepared. 2,600 aircraft including 1,300 bombers, 900 fighters. The stakes could not be higher. A defeat here would be catastrophic for either side. Air Chief Marshal Dowding studied the situation carefully. Every decision now could mean victory or disaster. Reichsmarschall Göring was confident. The plan was set. There was no turning back. The men on both sides knew that many of them would not survive what was coming. After France fell in June 1940, Hitler turned to Britain. Operation Sea Lion, the invasion of England, needed the Luftwaffe to first destroy the RAF. Air Chief Marshal Hugh Dowding had built the world's first integrated air defense system. Radar stations, fighter squadrons, and observer corps worked as one. The Luftwaffe had 2,600 aircraft against the RAF's 700 fighters. Göring believed it would take 4 days to destroy fighter command. On July 10, the battle began with attacks on Channel convoys and coastal targets. The Germans were testing British defenses. Radar gave the British a crucial 15-minute warning. Controllers could vector fighters exactly where they were needed. The Spitfire and Hurricane were magnificent fighters. The Hurricane did most of the killing, the Spitfire got most of the glory. The Me-109 was an excellent fighter, but it had only 10 minutes of combat fuel over England. The pilots watched their fuel gauges constantly. On August 13, Eagle Day, the Luftwaffe launched its main assault. 1,485 sorties against airfields and radar stations. The attacks on airfields were devastating. 6 of 7 sector stations in the southeast were badly damaged. Fighter command was cracking. British pilots flew 4 or 5 sorties a day. They were exhausted. Some fell asleep in their cockpits between missions. On August 24, German bombers accidentally hit London. Churchill ordered a retaliatory raid on Berlin. Hitler was furious about the Berlin bombing. He ordered the Luftwaffe to switch from attacking airfields to bombing London. This was his fatal mistake. The Blitz began on September 7. 348 bombers hit London. But the RAF airfields could now recover. September 15 was the decisive day. The Luftwaffe sent everything it had. The RAF shot down 56 aircraft and proved it could not be destroyed. 2 days later, Hitler postponed Operation Sea Lion indefinitely. The invasion of Britain would never happen. The Battle of Britain cost the Luftwaffe 1,733 aircraft. The RAF lost 915 fighters but had won the first major defeat of Nazi Germany. 544 RAF aircrew died. They came from Britain, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Churchill was right. Never was so much owed by so many to so few. Those few hundred pilots saved Western civilization. The RAF defeated the Luftwaffe and prevented the German invasion of Britain. Hitler was forced to postpone Operation Sea Lion permanently. The cost was enormous. Royal Air Force lost 544 aircrew killed, 915 fighters lost. Luftwaffe suffered even more. 2,585 aircrew killed, 1,733 aircraft lost. When the news reached the capitals, the world understood that the war had changed. For the soldiers who survived, this battle would haunt them for the rest of their lives. The commanders on both sides would be judged by history for their decisions here. Military historians would later analyze every move, every decision, every mistake. But for those who were there, no analysis could capture what they went through. The Battle of Britain was the first major defeat of Nazi Germany and proved that air power alone could not force a nation to surrender. It kept Britain in the war. The lessons of this battle would influence military strategy for generations to come. Today, memorials stand where the fighting took place. A reminder of what happened here. Books, documentaries, and films have told this story. But nothing compares to the reality. This was Battle of Britain. The RAF defeated the Luftwaffe and prevented the German invasion of Britain. And the world was never the same. The events described here shaped the world we live in today. The events described here shape the world we live in today. The events described here shape the world we live in today. The events described here shape the world we live in today. The events described here shape the world we live in today. The events described here shape the world we live in today. The events described here shape the world we live in today.